In the opening weeks of hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs' federal criminal trial, the most significant witness so far has been his former girlfriend, singer and model Cassie Ventura. Her emotionally charged courtroom testimony included detailed allegations of rape and physical abuse, drawing substantial media and public attention. As a result, the narrative surrounding the trial has largely been cast as Diddy versus Cassie. Much of the public's familiarity with the Combs-Ventura relationship stems from a widely circulated 2016 hotel surveillance video. In the footage, Combs is seen physically assaulting Ventura, kicking and dragging her, as well as throwing a vase at her. The video, released by CNN in May 2024, has since become a cornerstone of the prosecution's case, which alleges that Combs used fear and violence to exert control. Following the video's release, Combs issued a video apology, which was later removed from social media. However, the case brought against Combs involves much more than domestic violence. The charges he faces, racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation for prostitution, are all federal offenses to which he has pleaded not guilty. Prosecutors are focused on proving not just individual crimes, but the existence of a broader criminal operation orchestrated by Combs. Jennifer Badel, a former federal prosecutor now practicing in Michigan, noted that while Ventura's testimony about abuse is compelling, it doesn't alone fulfill the legal criteria necessary for federal charges. The government must prove that a criminal enterprise existed, one that committed multiple offenses over time. Badel, who once worked in the same U.S. Attorney's office now handling the case, the Southern District of New York, emphasized that the federal standard requires more than isolated acts of violence. It demands evidence of organized criminal activity. The sex trafficking and prostitution-related charges hinge on claims that Combs coerced women into participating in commercial sex acts, both with him and with male sex workers. The government also alleges that he arranged for women and sex workers to be flown across state lines. Cassie Ventura testified about these so-called freak-offs, describing them as events where she felt forced to participate and unable to escape. The defense argues that Ventura remained in a toxic relationship by choice. The indictment includes testimony from at least one additional woman, identified only by a pseudonym, who is expected to corroborate similar claims. The most complex charge Combs faces is racketeering, commonly known under the acronym RICO, Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. Originally designed to dismantle organized crime groups like the Mafia, RICO laws have since been applied more broadly. According to Badel, the law has evolved to target legitimate businesses being used to disguise illegal conduct. In this context, prosecutors allege that Combs used his legitimate enterprises, ranging from music labels and fashion lines to liquor brands and media ventures, as fronts to support and conceal various crimes. The federal indictment claims that Combs' alleged criminal activities included kidnapping, arson, bribery, forced labor, and the abuse and coercion of women. Witnesses beyond Ventura have already testified about some of these acts. Notably, musician Scott Mescudi, better known as Kid Cudi, told the court that he believes Combs was responsible for breaking into his home and orchestrating the burning of his car after learning that Cudi had been romantically involved with Ventura. Ventura remains central to the prosecution's case, both because of the gravity of her allegations and because of the timeline of her relationship with Combs, which spanned over a decade. Her early appearance on the stand was reportedly due in part to her pregnancy. She is currently 8.5 months along. Yet there may also be a strategic rationale for having her testify first. According to Badel, Ventura provides a continuous and coherent narrative that is easier for jurors to understand compared to multiple witnesses each offering small fragments of evidence. Her long relationship with Combs allows her to describe a broad range of behaviors and incidents over an extended period, helping to establish the larger pattern that prosecutors must prove. Ventura was also the first to bring civil action against Combs in November 2023, a lawsuit that some legal analysts believe may have paved the way for the federal investigation. Her story has come to symbolize the broader allegations against Combs, and her testimony helps frame the prosecution's case in a way that resonates emotionally and legally. Prosecutors from the Southern District of New York, the same office known for its high conviction rate, reportedly over 90%, are banking on more than just emotion, however. They must demonstrate that Combs functioned as the leader of a coordinated criminal enterprise. Ventura's testimony, the hotel video, and the allegations from other witnesses all contribute to this narrative, but the complexity of the charges makes the outcome uncertain. While the hotel footage is highly graphic and potentially powerful in swaying the jury, the burden of proof remains high. Prosecutors need to tie Combs' actions not only to individual acts of violence or coercion but also to a sustained pattern of criminal behavior linked to his business operations. With the trial expected to continue through late June, the prosecution will likely present additional evidence and witnesses to reinforce its argument. Whether or not they succeed in proving that Combs was at the helm of a criminal organization remains to be seen. What's clear for now is that Cassie Ventura's voice has been instrumental in shaping both the courtroom narrative and the public perception of the case.
Sean Love Combs, born Sean John Combs, November 4, 1969. Also known by his stage names Puff Daddy, p.diddy or Diddy, is an American rapper, record producer, record executive, entrepreneur, and actor. Born in Harlem and raised in Mount Vernon, New York, Combs worked as a talent director at Uptown Records before founding his own record label, Bad Boy Records, in 1993. Combs has been credited with the discovery and cultivation of artists such as the Notorious B.I.G, Mary J. Blige, and Usher. Combs has won 3 Grammy Awards from 13 nominations, 2 MTV Video Music Awards, and a Guinness World Record for Most Successful Rap Producer in 1997. Outside of music, he has worked in production for other media, including MTV's reality series Making the Band. He has a net worth of $800 million. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on all our latest episodes. Without further ado, let's dive into the world of P. Diddy. Early life. Sean John Combs was born on November 4, 1969, in the Harlem neighborhood of New York City. Raised in Mount Vernon, New York, his mother Janice Combs, née Smalls, was a model and teacher's assistant, and his father, Melvin Earl Combs, served in the U.S. Air Force and was an associate of convicted New York drug dealer Frank Lucas. At age 33, Melvin was shot dead while sitting in his car on Central Park West, when Sean was 2 years old. Combs graduated from Mount St. Michael Academy in 1987. He played football for the academy, and his team won a division title in 1986. Combs said he was given the nickname Puff as a child because he would huff and puff when he was angry. Combs was a business major at Howard University, but left after his second year. In 2014, he returned to Howard University to receive an honorary doctorate in humanities and to deliver the university's 146th commencement address. Career. Combs became an intern at New York's Uptown Records in 1990. While working as a talent director at Uptown, under the guidance of label founder Andre Harrell, he helped develop Jodeci and Mary J. Blige. In his college days, Combs had a reputation for throwing parties, some of which attracted up to 1,000 participants. In 1991, Combs promoted an AIDS fundraiser with Heavy D held at the City College of New York, CCNY Gymnasium, following a charity basketball game. The event was oversold, and a stampede occurred in which 9 people died. In 1997, under the name Puff Daddy, Combs recorded his first commercial vocal work as a rapper. His debut single, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, spent 28 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, peaking at number 1. His debut album, No Way Out, was released on July 22, 1997, through Bad Boy Records. Originally titled Hell Up in Harlem, the album underwent several changes after the Notorious B.I.G. was killed on March 9, 1997. The album produced 5 singles. I'll Be Missing You, a tribute to the Notorious B.I.G., was the first rap song to debut at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It remained at the top of the chart for 11 consecutive weeks and topped several other charts worldwide. In April 1999, Combs was charged with assaulting Steve Stout of Interscope Records. Stout was the manager for Nas, with whom Combs had filmed a video earlier that year for the song Hate Me Now. On August 16, 2005, Combs announced on Today that he was altering his stage name yet again. He would be calling himself Diddy. Combs said fans did not know how to address him, which led to confusion. Combs created a rap supergroup in 2010 known as the Dream Team. The group consists of Combs, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, Fat Joe, Busta Rhymes, Red Cafe, and Fabulous. 87 Combs made an appearance at comedian Chris Gethard's live show in January 2010 at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater in New York City. On February 26, 2014, Combs premiered Big Homie, featuring Rick Ross and French Montana, as the first single from his mixtape MMM, Money Making Mitch, which was originally scheduled to be released that year. Business career. Fortune magazine listed Combs at number 12 on their top 40 of entrepreneurs under 40 in 2002. Forbes magazine estimated that for the year ending May 2017, Combs earned $130 million, ranking him number 1 among entertainers. In 2022, his estimated net worth was $1 billion. In 1998, Combs started a clothing line, Sean John. It was nominated for the Council of Fashion Designers of America, CFDA, award for Menswear Designer of the Year in 2000, and won in 2004. California billionaire Ronald Burkle invested $100 million into the company in 2003. Personal life. Combs is a father to 7 children. His first biological child, a son, was born in 1993 to fashion designer and stylist Misa Hilton. He attended UCLA on a football scholarship. He graduated in 2016. Combs had an on-again, off-again relationship with Kimberly Porter, 1970 to 2018, which lasted from 1994 to 2007. He raised and adopted Quincy, born 1991, Porter's son from a previous relationship with singer-producer and Combs' rival, Albie Sure. Together, they had a son, born 1998, and twin daughters, born 2006. Porter died of pneumonia on November 15, 2018. 5 months before the birth of his twins, Combs had a daughter, born to Sarah Chapman. He took legal responsibility for her in October 2007. Combs was in an 11-year relationship with Cassie Ventura from 2007 to 2018. Combs' eldest sons both appeared on MTV's My Super Sweet 16. Combs threw a celebrity-studded party and gave his second eldest son 2 cars as his 16th birthday present. For his oldest son's 16th birthday, Combs presented him with a $360,000 Maybach car. Combs' 7th child was born on October 15, 2022, a daughter. Programs include tutoring, life skills classes, and an annual summer camp. Along with Jay-Z, he pledged $1 million to help support victims of Hurricane Katrina in 2005 and donated clothing from his Sean John line to victims. He has donated computers and books to New York schools. Religious views. Combs was raised Catholic and was an altar server as a boy. In 2008, he told the Daily Telegraph that he does not adhere to any specific religious denomination. He said, "I just follow right from wrong so I could pray in a synagogue or a mosque or a church. I believe that there is only one God." On July 3, 2020, Combs invited his Twitter followers to view a 3-hour YouTube video posted by Louis Farrakhan. In the video, Farrakhan made multiple comments and repeatedly used the phrase, "Synagogue of Satan." Thank you for watching and kindly don't forget to subscribe. You may also like and share this video to family and friends.